Waitangi Park, practical as well as pretty. It's won international and national landscape design, architecture and sustainability awards. As well as a space for events, sports, walking the dog and hanging out, the park offers other things you might not know about. The green urban spaces and wetlands offer other benefits such as wildlife habitat and are an important element of Wellington's sustainable urban drainage. The wetlands are a practical means of addressing ecological and cultural concerns relating to stormwater management. Waitangi Park's at the bottom of what we call the Newtown stormwater catchment. The area drains stormwater from the roads, roofs, houses, all rain that falls from Newtown, Mount Cook, Mount Vic, and it all drains into the harbour in one central point just on the other side of the apartments. The culvert flows under the park, but we take water in from up here at the back of New World, and it's then pumped up into the wetlands at the back, subsurface wetlands, where it flows through some gravels, which take out the oils and the greases and other sediment type things. The water then flows through a series of the wetland stream, which around the edge of the park. Majority of water goes down this side through the reed beds to the waterfall far into the park, and then there's the whoosh bucket at this end of the park, the grass in the middle. So stormwater is rain that falls on the roofs, on the roads, and then flows off down the gutters at the side of the road. So the water is actually sort of 10 times better from what's in the stormwater pipe to what goes into the harbour. We also have a series of rain gardens around the city, from Oriental Bay round up to the stadium. We've got about 80 or 90 rain gardens which take the stormwater that's washed from the road and it settles through the planter beds and then flows into the harbour, treated. In here is a level sensor for how much water is in the subsurface wetland. So we only pump at low tide to make sure we're just pumping stormwater through. We also don't pump in storm events, so it's not nasty, gunky stormwater with lots of gunkies in it. We're on the other side of Waitangi Park from where we were before, other side the wetland arm. The water here comes to this point and then flows out through a pipe here. It's got a restricted diameter, so not all the water rushes out. So the water flows under the road into what we call the whoosh bucket, which fills up. It takes 7 litres of water and it takes about 7 minutes to fill it up, and then it tips into the harbour with a whoosh. The park is named after Waitangi Lagoon that existed nearby until the mid-19th century. The lagoon was fed by Waitangi Stream, which was an important food source to Maori, which largely disappeared after the huge 1855 earthquake. The park did used to be home to the city's incinerator, to the gasworks and to the council depot. Until recently it was just an abandoned brownfield site with a road around the edge and a skate park in the middle. The park was built and I think completed in about 2006, so it's been around for a while. It's a much loved and much used park. When we were designing the park, we never thought about the ducks that might come and live here and the ducklings. And the first year that there was ducklings in the park, we had quite a few calls from the public about the ducklings that they thought were in trouble because they couldn't get out of the wetland. So we have built a duckling ramp for them to get in and out of the water easily. Waitangi Park, another part of our living city.